the game.
It's one of those Notts County football trivia questions, isn't it? Who is the only team in the EFL that Notts have never beaten? Answer, of course, is Fleetwood. And here's hoping in probably 3 hours' time, we hope that we can finally put that one to bed. Notts have played Fleetwood 4 times in the league, lost twice and drawn twice. Did beat them once in a cup competition over a decade ago, but since then it's been a pretty barren time of it against one of the league's newer clubs. Notts, though, 7 points out of 9 on a good run of form. Pete Wild's Fleetwood equally have only lost once this season, but wouldn't it be great, given everything that seems to be going on at Notts at the moment, if we could get another 3 points and continue to build on what's been a pretty impressive recent run of form by Martin Patterson and his team? Well, had my Costa coffee, walking down Daleside Road to the match. Bit of a spring in the step. It's not often Notts play 2 centre forwards, do they, or 2 strikers? But as promised, Notts have delivered today with Martin Patterson starting both the League Two leading scorer Matthew Dennis and Alessandro Jatta, with the club having recently announced that there's been a contract extension for another 12 months. Kellen Gordon's reward for that volleyed goal at Tranmere last weekend is a place in the starting lineup as well. Cerula on the other side. Jody Jones, of course, is on international duty with Malta. Great to see Scotty Robertson back in first team action. He gets a place on the bench, and Mia Traore is also on the bench. No Jarvis, though, still struggling a bit with that swollen wrist when he was stamped on at Lincoln in midweek. Notts then going for to make it on the back of a run of 7 points in 9, hoping to make it 10 from 12, and then that hoodoo against Fleetwood. You can probably see the clouds behind me, bit of blue sky, a bit of storm clouds. Let's hope it's a blue sky day for Notts. Well, here's what all the fuss was about. A pitch inspection yesterday to ensure that the game could go ahead. A fungal infection affecting the pitch. As you can see here, there's a slight discoloration. It's something like a 15-20 yard strip all the way along in front of the Pavis stand. But from what I can see, it may be a little bit threadbare in parts, but absolutely fine. You'd kill for a pitch or turf like this on a Sunday morning, as Martin Patterson's already gone on record. No issues for Notts, doesn't affect the preparations. But as you can see, I'm just panning around now. There is a difference in the coloration, nowhere near as green, not quite as much grass, but absolutely fine.
Number 28, Lewis McCarley, and number 47, Ian Bennett.
Half time, it's goalless here. I think we were all excited to see 2 nines at the top of the pitch for Notts with Dennis and Jatta, but not necessarily a great deal of goalmouth action in the Fleetwood 18-yard box so far. Jatta came closest to breaking the deadlock a few minutes before the break. A low shot from 20 yards, relatively comfortable save. Iapenda's had a shot from a tight angle, again a comfortable save. At the other end, Calruz has had very little to do. 1 breakaway by Fleetwood, but Ruse an easy save to make. A little bit pedestrian in this opening 45 minutes on a pitch that does look quite sandy, but I'm not sure it can necessarily be blamed for what was a relatively quiet opening 45 minutes. Suspect Martin Patterson will be looking to make one or two changes in the second half. Let's see what happens, but goalless at the break. What's not to like? 10 points out of 12, a first clean sheet of the season. Matty Dennis continues to lead the goal scoring charts in League Two, and a rearguard action in the closing 20 minutes that Neil Warnock or Martin Allen would have been proud of. Yes, 1-0 to Notts, great result. Matty Dennis continues his rich vein of goal-scoring form. Notts were on fire in the opening 10 minutes of the second half. Chalk and cheese from the first. It was a combination of Jatta for Dennis to roll the ball home from 12 yards. In truth, Notts should have been 2, if not 3 up minutes later. Jatta, though, wasn't able to capitalise, and inevitably that purple spell in which Notts could have put the game to bed, threatened to come back to haunt them. Let's be honest, it was all Fleetwood in the closing 20 minutes of the match. Not to talk a lot about their philosophy, but this was old school digging in for the closing 20 minutes. Great to see Scott Robertson back out on the pitch. Yellow cards abounded, but Notts hung on grimly. They defended extremely well, and I'm sure my co-presenter on Magpie Circle podcast, despite being a striker, Mark Stellard, delighted to see a clean sheet. Notts had to work hard for it. There were one or two heart-in-mouth moments when Calaroos came for one or two crosses, but delighted for him, he's got his first clean sheet of the season. Not using the dark arts that we all want them to see in these closing stages. I'm sure Martin Patterson delighted when that final whistle went. 10 points out of 12. It's been a bit of a rocky up and down road, but right now Notts are one of the form teams in League Two. Great result. Don't forget, check out our Sunday Magpie Circle supplement, the first one tomorrow morning on Sunday for a bit more of a considered view. We'll be back with Mark Stannard on Monday evening for our regular Monday night show. But enjoy your weekend. Notts County 1.
County, Notts County, counties remain, football's the game.